Hey, das sind Bitches, das ist Quatsch, das ist nicht wahr. Hey, der du an der Show.
Phenomenon! Oh, Tag of the Show!
Hurt something in my throat.
Right on screen.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. Hey, welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all stuff Canada. I'm Kevin Fresh. She's back, everybody!
I'm back. I'm Olivia Munn. You're coming. Hi.
You're back.
I missed you.
Oh, no.
Okay. We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
Oh, I mean, I missed you, too. I'm crazy about you. You know, I'm nutty about you. I'm going to walk over here.
On the show today, the insane Clown Posse makes a movie. Prepare. Yeah.
But they can barely make music.
You're going, well, this will make you wish you were deaf and blind.
Oh.
And around the net. Then we'll be smart and nerdy for Galactopedia. NASA gets a live internet connection on the International Space Station and builds a personal flying machine. They call it the Puffin.
Oh.
That's manly.
Sounds majestic, yeah. Hey, you want to come take a ride in my Puffin? Plus, it's TV Tuesday, and Chris Gore will review The Surrogates and a couple of comedy DVDs from Aziz Ansari and Ari Lang. Yes, and our viewer Army takes you to SneakerCon in New York. Yeah. It's like Comic-Con, but with the buying and selling of old shoes. I mean, what the hell? I can't spell any worse than Comic-Con, right? I mean...
That's true. Oh, hey, I just remembered, we should give a big shout out to Colin Hanks. He's a big fan of you and
well,
the show.
Hey, Colin Hanks.
Yeah, he's in Dallas right now, so hopefully he's watching or
Hope
maybe
you're watching, Colin
shooting
Hanks.
and killing something, which is I suggested him to do in Dallas.
Is that part of the movie, or you're just saying in general he should shoot and kill something?
If he's in Texas, he should shoot things.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Makes sense.
That's how you make friends with the people.
It is.
Hi, Colin Hanks.
Time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
We're going around the net.
China is a very, very clean place, except for all the spit on the ground.
Yeah, and the lead particles in the air.
There's a lot of lead particles in there, yeah.
But otherwise, they really have top men on the cleaning crew 24 hours a day.
Yes.
They're on top of it.
Whoa!
Hey, don't break a sweat, buddy. Relax. Easy. We don't want you pulling something there.
Sure, take a break every now and then.
That's awesome.
Coming in at number 4 is the real-world consequence of a South Park gag. Season 9's Ginger Kids ran back in 2005, and it actually caused a spike in red bashing incidents around the country.
Red bashing incidents?
Yeah, people with red hair, they were bashed
I
on
get it. But now
sad.
gingers are pushing back with their pasty, freckled freak arms. And to be honest, it hasn't been all that fun until today, when this fiery little vlogger was remixed. Enjoy. Gingers ain't street.
It's so annoying because things aren't really that bad, Gingers. You could be bald. At least you have hair.
Yeah. All better? All right? You gonna sleep like little babies tonight? Little gingers? Huh? You cry? Freak pillows? I don't really have anything against redheads, but it's like, whatever.
Okay. Today's number 3
I'm
item.
saving my hate for the Insane Clown Posse. We'll get there.
Oh.
That's fun. I mean, that's like worse than poking fun at 4chan. Like the emails and the Xbox Live messages I get from Insane Clown Posse fans. Oh, priceless. I cannot wait for tonight. It might distract me from Mass Effect, just reading all the hate.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
Well, I'm keeping my mouth just quiet.
Oh, don't worry. I'll say it all. You got it.
Today's number 3 item is a clip from the guys at the Found Footage Festival.
Yes, this is from an educational film called The Josiah Project. It's about someone finding Jesus, or Jesus, in what appears to be the early 90s. And apparently, JC has a very particular set of rules for who's allowed to follow him.
Joe Simmons used to be your average teenager. He enjoyed his music. He liked his magazines. He had a few pet habits. But then, Joe got a message. Now, Joe will never be the same.
Green Day, not today. Pearl Jam, you're toe jam. Joe, hey, you got a light? I'm gonna let it shine. What's up, Joe? You crazy? Crazy? You're loco por Jesus.
I'm loco for Jesus. That'll teach you to read car magazines and headbang in your bedroom by yourself.
It's funny because I do understand the whole like not worshiping that girl like a god thing, and honestly, no one really should be listening to anything that isn't Creed.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But don't you think Jesus would have a problem with you punching your friends in the face for no reason?
You have to remember your scriptures, Miss Olivia.
What?
I apparently don't remember. If thine friend approacheth with an everyday question, be thou wise to punch him in the face, especially if the friend doth not expect it.
That is not in the Bible.
Yeah, not in the lame ones, no, but...
What other Bibles?
The newest Testament is totally, like, all down with that
Is that what
stuff.
it's called? The Old, New, and Newest Testament?
Yeah, like the newest one. It's in there.
Can you tell me any other scriptures from it?
Oh, I could tell you so many, but we really only have an hour, so we should be getting on to our number 2 video, shouldn't we? And at number 2, the Insane Clown Posse. Oh, the Insane Clown Posse.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I really want. I gotta save a little time here. The Insane Clown Posse decides to take another stab at acting.
That means they've already done it once.
Yeah, oh, they did. I rented it at Bradley Video on VHS. I probably thumped their album on the way there, too.
Really? You used to be a fan?
Yeah, I used to be a bigger douche. It's calmed down in the years, but it's still there. But this is a movie called Big Money Rustlers.
Yeah. Yeah, the name is interesting, but their choice...
Big Money Rustlers!
Yeah.
Rustling up some big money.
Okay, but it's the Insane Clown Posse. What's the title again?
Big Money Rustlers.
Now, what do you think the genre of their movie would be?
Oh, I don't know.
Watch.
The small town in the wicked Wild West, at the mercy of an evil man.
Give me my mother one.
Desperate for a hero.
I ain't no stranger to these parts. I've been gone a long time. But I'm back now. I'm gonna clean this town up. Y'all listen up now, you listen good. There's a new sheriff in town. And his name is Sheriff Sugarwolf.
Psychopathic Records presents.
So there you are, Sheriff Sugarwolf.
Yes! Go! Fandango is so slow. I want to buy every ticket I can. Bigger than Avatar. I'm predicting it now. I'm predicting it now. I actually came into the office this morning and told Eugene, who's our one and only ICP fan here at G4, I would go see that with him, and I truly mean it. I will go
Don't you think he's going to get mad at you when you're laughing at them and not with them?
No, because it's laughter in general is kind of a... I don't know. No, I don't think he will.
I don't think
it's
he'll be
fine.
happy with that.
No, he will. He will.
He'll like it.
I respect the ICP.
Do you?
I did. But according to the always accurate, meticulously fact-checked resource that we call Wikipedia, Big Money Rustlers is, in fact, a real movie, which means someone paid for this.
Yeah. But that just seems crazy because, dear Lord, who in their right mind would actually sit through something like that?
All right.
What was that?
Juggahoes. Those were Juggahoes, Olivia.
I'd like to go home now.
Yeah. Still ahead, today's number 1 around the net will take us into the world of the paranormal.
Oh, kind of. What's up next? Right after this. Let's see it.
On the net,
inspiration from last year's low-budget fright flick, Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, except instead of a young couple that's dealing with like a poltergeist haunting in their new house, this clip is it's about a flying ghost cat.
No,
Can we show it one more time?
I would like to show it one more time.
I love it. Can we do that one more time? I really enjoy the cat clip. I don't know. There's a ghost cat. And he's flying up the stairs.
Yeah, I understand that it's all fun and games,
Yeah.
right? When you're watching online and you're watching on TV right now. But let me just tell you guys something, okay? Having something haunted by ghost cats is not fun. It is not fun.
No, that's
personal experience, not
You're
fun.
right. Well, I mean, you tell me. I mean, I think not only are they constantly tearing at fabrics with their ghost
It's
claws.
annoying.
Yeah. They're also really loud.
They're so
creepy.
loud. They're
Oh,
so
no,
loud. Come on.
I'll get this one.
Okay, wait. What? Okay.
Oh! This is that. Do we have a creepy laser pointer or something? Guys, I
They
don't
don't know
know.
how to summon like a ghost dog or...
Ghost Dog was a great movie. Hey, all you would-be space cadets out there. Your ass may be grounded for the time being, but there's plenty of opportunities to be involved with the space frontier. Or you could possibly soar like Superman in the lower stratosphere. To keep us occupied until space vacations are available to everyone, NASA is working on a personal air vehicle called the Puffin, a one-man electric aircraft that will revolutionize the way we fly. When on the ground, the Puffin stands upright on its tail, utilizing a set of twin electric motors to create lift, allowing for vertical takeoffs. Once airborne, the craft leans forward as it picks up speed, causing you to fly prone while the world soars by below you. The electric motors are 95% more efficient than combustible engines and produce very little noise, perfect for military reconnaissance or a stealthy paperboy delivery. NASA plans on building a 1/3 scale model by March. Hell, I wouldn't mind one of those either. You may never be able to visit the International Space Station in person, but now you can communicate with the astronauts up there via the internet. After overcoming technical issues and security concerns, the ISS recently got a live connection up and running for the first time last week. It uses the station's KU band antenna for a high-speed connection and was established primarily for the personal use of the occupants on board. So, of course, they sent out a tweet. The message read, "Hello, Twitterverse. We are now live tweeting from the International Space Station. The first live tweet from space. More soon. Send us your questions." Yeah, here's a question for you. What's it like watching porn up there? In the meantime, to satisfy amateur astronomers back home, HiRise is reaching out to the public for suggestions on what to photograph on Mars. The Arizona University-based project will be snapping off images of the Martian surface using a camera that is mounted on the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. The images are at an astonishing 30 centimeters per pixel resolution and can take shots of objects as small as a desk. There is some fine print, however. The suggestions must be included with a title and an explanation of why your image will be beneficial to the science of Mars. If you need a good look at the little red planet, this week is the perfect opportunity. Starting tomorrow through Friday, it will be the closest it's going to be to Earth for the next 4 years. Of course, you could just stay inside and use Google Earth as well. So there you have it. Puffins, internet, and Mars. The latest happenings from our little corner of the universe. If you ever get up there yourself, at least now you can update your Facebook status to make your planet-side friends a little more jealous. Space Poke. See, now that the web extends up into space, we can assume that all science will stop, because the astronauts have a lot of porn to catch up on. So it's really disgusting if you think about it. Just globules floating through There's no gravity to keep it on the home row, is what I'm saying. So, Olivia?
All right. So when I see an ankle bracelet glowing in the dark, it really only means one thing. Chris Gore is here for DV Tuesday. Welcome back. back film expert Chris Gore.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just missed each other at Sundance.
We did.
Sundance.
We were on the same street at one time.
Yes, everything happens on that one street. Did you
Main
see any
Street.
good movies at all?
I didn't see one film at Sundance this year, but I heard of a film I really want to see, which is the Ryan Reynolds movie Buried. It's entire 93 minutes of Ryan Reynolds in a box buried.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. That's the whole film. He's in a box.
I got to see one movie. I thought it was really great. It's called Henry and the Harrisons. What was his name?
Does that?
No, it was The Hendersons. Anybody see that movie?
No. You mean the one with John Lithgow? The one did that one? Yeah,
No,
I don't think it was playing there.
There was a short.
There was a short, and
No, I'm not even kidding.
okay.
There was a short that somebody showed me. Like on. Did you not?
No, I wasn't there when you watched the show.
Did someone show you in the back of a van?
What?
Yeah, some people from Microsoft, they had all these shorts, and they showed me these shorts.
That was probably not playing at Sundance then. I don't think you saw a Sundance movie. I didn't either.
So what's up this week, Chris?
Yeah.
Then somebody put up a DVD, and I watched all these shorts. It was nothing to do with.
You had your own private film festival.
They had all of these little.
We are so tired. I've slept 6 hours in 3 days, and you've had less sleep, maybe.
I'm really tired.
Yeah.
What's up first this week?
Surrogates.
Oh, yeah, this movie looked bad. It did. I know that. Bruce Willis in a sci-fi action film. I guess people say what's not to love. I say Bruce Willis in a sci-fi film.
Yeah, well, I say what's not to love, a movie called Surrogates. I mean, the funny thing, the thing is, the premise behind this is we spend too much time behind our computers on Facebook and Twitter, and on that I agree, but I think that'd make a better comedy than this premise, which is basically you send out mannequins of yourself to do things like shop and have sex and go to work. Wouldn't you rather do those things, or at least one of those things, on your own, rather than send out your surrogate? I know I would.
But it's because they're sick. It's like people who are like Bruce Willis. His character is like they're sick, so they have other people live their lives for them.
Well, they live indoors quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what special features stood out?
Well, the one thing is there's a good commentary by Jonathan Mostow, who I actually like Jonathan Mostow. He directed Terminator 3, which I think is better than Terminator Salvation. We could argue about it, but I think it's a better story. So I happen to like Jonathan Mostow as a director. I just think that the story was lacking, and also the
What's up with
believability.
his hair?
Well, the thing is, he's sort of a mannequin version of Bruce Willis that he sends out into the world.
The mannequin
to
version
work.
has a really horrible hairstyle.
He does. He's sort of a bad toupee.
So what's the bottom line?
Bottom line, pass, because you're going to be okay if you never see it.
So, you
Yeah, I
really
know.
sad
That's
about
sort of
that?
depressing.
Yeah, pass!
Yeah!
What else new this week?
Smoking Aces 2 Assassin's
I had no
Ball.
idea there was a 2.
Yeah,
And
well,
I like how they made the cover exactly like Smoking Aces 1.
yeah.
They couldn't even switch up the cover art.
Well, I like this because it really is in keeping with Smoking Aces, which I think is
People
great.
said the first one had a big cult following. I really don't know that many people who watched it.
Well, then you should show up to those cult following meetings that I
Well, I
keep
don't know
sending you the
anything. You do?
Facebook invites, and you never reply.
Okay, so they made a second one.
Yes.
How are the extras?
The extras are great. The movie is sort of like, it's like a movie that aspires to be a really fun graphic novel, which I love
It
the
aspires
idea
to be,
behind
but then ends up being what?
It ends up being a lot of fun. I mean, just the action is so over the top. They're using clowns as missiles. I mean, it's great over the top action. Lots of hot chicks with guns. I mean, like all stuff that I dig. And Joe Carnahan, who executive produced the film, it was directed by a guy named P.J. Pesci. Joe Carnahan was very involved in it, and it has that frenetic energy. That Carnahan, like a guy who has way too much coffee.
So,
which I could use some coffee. I think we could both use some coffee right now, with the way that, yeah.
Right away, Mr. Gall. Anything else?
Yes, exactly. Woo! We're allowed to have an off day, right? A little bit.
What's the bottom line?
Bottom line is rent it. You'll enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it. Smoking Aces 2. Well worth it.
Hey, Kevin, you want a tag team?
Yeah. Okay, great.
So there have been a couple of big comedy DVDs released recently.
Yes.
What's the first one that we're checking out, Chris?
First one is Aziz Ansari, Intimate Moments for a Sensual Evening.
How sensual is our evening with Dr. Aziz?
Oh, it's great. I mean, Aziz, if you've been following him, this is a funny dude. I like him.
Really funny guy.
He actually, you know what? He does jokes about Facebook that are actually funny, which I think he gets it. So I quite enjoyed it. It's also uncensored, because this.
This was on TV not too long ago, but I'm sure they chopped it to high heaven, right?
They didn't chop it so much, but there's a lot of swearing that's, of course, it's included in the DVD.
Gotcha.
And there's a lot of great extras, too.
So bottom line?
Bottom line is rent it. Definitely want to see it.
Good one.
See?
And what else are we're checking out? I mentioned two at the top of the show. It was Artie Lang, right?
Artie Lang, Jack and Coke.
Poor Artie, man.
Yes, well, yes, I feel sad for Artie.
Yeah, but is it a good DVD?
It's a great DVD. I mean, the thing is, this also aired on Comedy Central, you know, but you got to hear Artie. When Artie swears, he really swears.
Yeah.
Like Charlton Heston type swearing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good stuff. So, and the extras on it are just fantastic. Stuff about his fans, bits that didn't make it into the show. I mean, loaded with extras.
Worth picking up?
Yeah, well, worth renting for sure, because stand-up comedy, it's one of those things, you watch it once, I don't know, is it repeat viewings? Maybe if you're, you know, indulging in stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't do so often. Maybe some Jack and Coke.
Okay.
If you're indulging in Jack and Coke,
then go with it.
But yeah.
A toast to Artie, but, you know, maybe when he's well.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thank you, Chris. For more on Gore, follow him on Twitter at @ChrisGore. Now let's go over to Kevin. Still ahead. Our viewer army takes us into SneakerCon in New York. You'll see some of the rarest kicks ever to get bought and sold. It's foot stock for sneakerheads. And then today's gadget prawn is a powerful but cheap gaming PC. Overclocked with 8 gigs of RAM starting at $1,500. You like that, Scott, right? Yeah, Scott loves it. And the show stays sexy when Anna David cooks up sex on the streets at the Hustler store. She'll fillet sex questions and serve up answers with a side of sexy. Stick around. How you doing, kiddo?
I'm so tired.
All right, we're live! And filled with excitement and energy, and here's Blair Herter.
What?
Hey, guys. Yeah! There's so much news today. Let's just start the feed. Saints. What was that, Kevin? I'm sorry.
Who dat?
Who dat say gonna beat them Saints?
Who dat?
That's Kevin Pereira, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah!
That's Kevin Pereira, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, January 26th. Here are your top stories. You guys remember how Apple blocked Google Voice from its App Store? Lame. Well, now Google has found an official workaround as a web app. If you're a current Google Voice user, you can access the app by loading up google.com/voice in your iPhone's web browser. Google Voice transcribes voice messages and allows for free calling over the internet, something iPhone carrier AT&T probably isn't thrilled about, and that is one of the many likely reasons the original Google Voice app was rejected. Side note, get Google Voice because the transcriptions make no sense whatsoever. It's genius. Xbox Live may be in a bit of hot water over Microsoft points. An attorney has filed a class action suit against Microsoft claiming that the company has been overcharging gamers for incomplete downloads. Additionally, because Microsoft forces gamers to buy points in a bundle, they often wind up with leftover and unused points they didn't want in the first place, and who wants to buy more burnout content? The problems have become so prevalent that an Xbox product, thank you for that delayed reaction. It's become so prevalent that an Xbox project manager exclusively told G4T.com that the company may do away with the point system altogether and finally, I don't know, maybe just move to using actual dollars. That makes total sense. Dungeons & Dragons has been banned in prison. A man serving a life sentence for homicide sued his Wisconsin prison, I can't make this up, after they confiscated all his D&D related possessions and refused to let him play the game. Inmate Kevin T. Singer had argued that preventing him from playing the game violated his right to free speech. Yesterday, a federal court, yes, a federal court, upheld the ban on Dungeons & Dragons after the prison's lawyers successfully argued that the game, quote, promoted fantasy role-playing, makes sense, competitive hostility, violence, addictive escape behaviors, possible gambling, and this is my favorite one, gang-related activity. There's a joke in the prompter, but that was the joke. I'm not going to tell that. And finally, the iTablet rumors reached a fever pitch today on the eve of Apple's most anticipated product launch ever. Today, Barnes & Noble stock soared because of online speculation that the Apple tablet would have an integrated Barnes & Noble bookstore. Then, rumors surfaced regarding a subscription-based service for downloading TV episodes to the device. Additionally, the tablet's price has been reported as anywhere from $500 to $1,000. But wait, there's more! Web Gossip has attached the tablet to several wireless carriers, including AT&T, Verizon Wireless, and T-Mobile, and the most common rumors include a 10 to 11-inch touchscreen, software capable of running iPhone apps, and the wackiest rumor of the moment, a built-in projector.
What?
I don't know.
That is more.
Sorry, it is. Thankfully, we're going to have everything true you need to know about all the new Apple tablet when our live coverage begins tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'm Blair Herter. You have just been fed. Regis, Kelly, back to you guys.
Thank you, Blair Herter.
Thanks, News McGee.
Oh.
Right now, we're going to let a fan take over our show.
Yes, here's Yu Ming Wu's trip to SneakerCon in New York City.
Hey, Attack of the Show, this is Yu Ming Wu from Freshest Magazine here at the 2010 SneakerCon in New York City. We have about 27 vendors inside, and there's a long line of kids waiting to get in, so let's take a look inside and see what we have. SneakerCon is the only trade show of its kind for sneakerheads. I'm holding here the Air Jordan 6. It's one of the most looked at and most touched sneaker all day today. Originally made especially for Michael Jordan's racing team. It's going to be available to the public in February. So how was SneakerCon for you today?
Great, man. We had the most exclusive, most up-to-date, pre-release stuff. Oreos, got a lot of play, Coppers.
So tell me what you have on your feet.
I'm wearing the Nike Supreme Blazers. They're very limited. They're 4.5 and not much people have it.
Did you end up buying any shoes?
A pair of Entourage Air Force Ones. A pair of Denim Bespoke.
How much were they?
$820.
So they're $820.
And he got about 20 pairs.
So this is it for this year's SneakerCon. We saw a lot of hot kicks on vendor tables. We saw a lot of hot kicks on people's feet. Thanks very much to Attack of the Show for making me a member of your viewer army. And this is Yu Ming Wu signing off.
If you want to enlist in our viewer army and cover an event for us, oh, that is a long story.
If you guys ever go to a Brooke Williams,
no.
you see this guy in a hot tub, make sure to catch his pinky. Just let him know. Let him know
you
you're
made
interested.
that long story really short.
I did.
Go to g4tv.com/viewer army for more details. I promise there's more to it.
That's basically it.
That's not it.
Those brave soldiers in the viewer army, I gotta say, they're my heroes.
Interesting choice of words, Olivia. They're your heroes? It's funny you say that, because in related news, tonight, G4 brings you an all-new episode of Heroes!
Horn-rimmed glasses guy tries to take down the carnival, while Siler visits Parkman to try to understand his desire for human connection.
What did you just say?
A lot of stuff.
It sounds kinky.
Well, it's not. It's heroes.
Okay, that's tonight at 11. Go to g4tv.com/heroes for details.
Stay tuned, everybody. We'll show you how an affordably powerful gaming PC works in gadget.
Oh, we're going to show you how it works. This is the keyboard. You type on it and the letter pop up on the screen. This gymnast is trying to strut his stuff on the floor. So what happens next? Does he finish the maneuver? Does he get hit with a giant exercise ball midair? Or does he land flat on his face? We'll have the answer when we return.
Wrong love tonight. But I will come again. What happens next?
This gymnast is trying to strut his stuff on the floor. So what happens next? Does he finish the maneuver? Does he get hit with a giant exercise ball midair? Or does he land flat on his face? I hope his team provides dental coverage. Olivia Munn!
It's called Stomp the Yard.
You stomped that yard.
I watched the movie.
Yeah.
So when you want a new electronic thing, you best check with Gadget first. What?
He said we got to make it through this segment, and I know it's going to be tough, but no, let's get it. We got
This
it.
thing is gonna fall.
No, we're fine. It's good.
Oh, hey. Here are some words to describe gaming PCs. Big.
Yes. Well, that's one word.
Powerful.
Yep.
Expensive.
Not necessarily. Since the last game your PC could play was Leisure Suit Larry, you might want to consider upgrading to a Digital Storm online machine. With the i7 Enthusiast 2, you'll get an overclocked Intel quad-core processor, 2 NVIDIA GTX 275 video cards, up to 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, and a 250 gig solid-state drive. That's all in addition to a 3-year parts and labor warranty and lifetime tech support, all starting at $1,550. Well, we may be falling apart, but at least this PC isn't. We're supposed to do that. It's fine.
That will not reflect the rating at the end. Don't worry.
No, they're supposed to. Those are drive bays.
Okay, we've had a Digital Storm gaming rig on the show before, but this time we are reviewing the Enthusiast 2. It looks really big for gaming PC.
It does.
How do you think it compares to the other models?
It's actually not the biggest we've seen. It still is pretty large. The case is fairly deep, and that's because of the top loading setup for the peripherals. This is the first time we've seen that type of layout. You know, unlike other computers, you have to crawl and search behind the back to plug everything in. This thing, everything loads on top, and then you actually string it through the back, making it much easier to unplug and swap out different external devices. So it's a cool touch. There's actually a touch screen on the front as well that monitors the temperature of your system, and you can just tap to unlock and tap whatever you want, control your fan speed, select crushed ice or cubed, and you don't have to open the case at all. It's just all right there.
Okay, well, when dealing with a custom rig like this, the buyer is usually someone who's going to, you know, eventually get in there and tinker around and upgrade and do some different stuff to it, to the hardware. So how easy is it to get in there?
It's very easy, actually. I mean, you just literally pull off the top cover, and then there you have access. There's 2 little thumb screws. You undo those bad boys?
But those thumb screws, you can lose the top of that.
Yeah, I lost one earlier on accident. But, I mean, look, some designs don't use screws that pull out all the way. This one happens to. But it's really easy to get the case off and get in there, and that's the important part. It has 2 video cards, 6 fans, plenty of room to get around inside, and the cables are neatly grouped together, and that really helps reduce clutter, as you can see.
Okay, now the last Digital Storm rig that we had was a pretty low price for something like this.
Yeah, it was in our gaming roundup, and it was very, very reasonably priced.
Okay, so this
I'm agreeing with you, Olivia. The statement that you just made, I'm telling you yes. And?
Okay. I'm just saying that this is a little bit more expensive.
Oh, wow, you are right. Well, of all the computers we've rated, if you're what?
What?
You tell me. Let's talk about the computer for a second. In terms of speed, in all of the gaming PCs that we've had on the show, this one's in the top 4. Yeah, that's good. We ran the 3D Mark Vantage benchmarking software, and it doubled the score of the other Digital Storm. So it's twice as fast. Left 4 Dead 2, which you're seeing here, worked flawlessly. Again, it's not the most graphic-intensive PC game.
Why didn't you use the most graphic-intensive?
Because we wanted to mix it up, Olivia. We don't want the viewers to ever know what's coming around the corner. Watch out, kids. Stay on your toes. Keep alert. But with the settings on high, it all ran very smoothly. It's not the fastest PC we've ever seen, but it's up there. The performance was impressive, so it's important to communicate that. Stop looking at me. So would I recommend this system over building one from scratch, you might ask? Definitely, I would say. We had ours custom built, and it came to $2,300. But these systems start at $1,550, and that includes the overclocked i7 processor. So again, $2,500. It includes it, overclocked. On top of that, you get Digital Storm's 3-year parts and labor warranty and lifetime tech support, which you don't get if you build your own. So what are we rating it? We're going to get 4 out of 5. There's no excuse. There's no reason why. Digital Storm, I'm so sorry. It's a great machine. 4 out of 5 is good. Right on. This week on What's Up with the World, we show you the Russian Pig Olympics.
Need we say more?
No! While people around the world are getting ready for the 2010 Winter Olympics, little piggies in Moscow are preparing for the 3rd annual Pig Olympics. Yuzu reports that 12 little piglets from around the world came to compete for the honor of breeding the next generation of pig players. The competition consists of 3 main events that attract an overwhelming crowd of spectators and press. First, there was the running race, where the owners would hustle their swines to the finish line. Then there was a game of pig ball, where the piggies played in teams and had to push a soccer ball to each corner for points. And lastly, the 4 finalists from China, the US, UK, and Russia took to the pool for a swimming race. Although none of them seemed to get it. They just wanted out, so they were all declared winners and not eaten for dinner. But Russia's not the only country that has their own unique athletes. Over in the Alps of eastern France, one Frenchman is braving it in the cold for the thrill of high altitude. Meet Henry Rechetin, a world-renowned stuntman who's decided to attempt a balancing act that would place him 12,500 feet above the ground on a dangling chair. In honor of his 65th birthday, Rechetin positioned himself atop a precipice over the soaring mountains, where he balanced himself on 2 chairs that were held up by 4 glass cups. Diagonal View reports that Rechetin has been an acrobat since he was 5 years old. That's 60 years in the business, folks. No wonder his preparation exercise was to ride a bike over a zip line. Hell, he's probably just showing off to his grandkids. Last but not least, no trip around the globe is complete without a visit to Japan, where a TV commercial has brought back Ultraman with boobs! That's right, your favorite Japanese robo-warrior that fought Godzilla-like monsters is back, except in this case, it's a she, and she's looking good. With just one swift kick to the dome, Ultra Woman knocks out the crab monster and teaches us why Karkenbin has the best auto service in Japan. Really? Ultraman? In an ad for car insurance? Yeah, only in Japan. So even if this weather is a sign of the apocalypse, at least we have a forever young stuntman and a hot version of Ultraman to save the day. And that's what's up with the world.
Still ahead, Anna David heads to the Hustler store for an all-new round of questions for 6 on the screen. Stick around. Bye. Go with the break.
Yay! Commercials! Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS, the Apple tablet will finally arrive, we think. Chris Hardwick will bring us live coverage as Apple unveils their big announcement in San Francisco. Then Adam Sessler talks about the epic space opera Mass Effect 2 in Game Break. And people get hurt for your amusement in break moments in De-Evolution. See it tomorrow.
Did you hear about Anna David and all those dudes from Hustler?
No, but I guess I'm about to.
You are.
I'm Anna David here in San Diego. With millions of people getting it on, there's bound to be a need for sex advice. So I'm at Hustler Hollywood in San Diego to help out with the issues.
In your pants, or whatever this is. All right, so Alex, I understand you have a question for me.
Yeah, I do, and actually, I'm dating this girl right now, and when it comes to like nudity and like our sex thing, she's totally afraid to show off herself, nude.
Not everybody is totally comfortable being completely naked, I guess. And I think that people jump to conclusions. Sometimes they think, oh, is she hiding something? Is there something wrong? No, I mean,
I thought that.
Well, I'm here to tell you that doesn't mean she's hiding something. Talk to her about it. Just say, I think you're absolutely beautiful. I wish that I could see you at night. Don't put her on the spot. Don't say, I don't understand why are you hiding something? Tell her how beautiful you think she is.
I mean, I want to see her,
If she's totally shut down, she's not interested in talking about it, you, my friend, you're just going to have to get used to lights off. But I think you need to try talking to her first.
So say I'm at a bar,
Yeah.
and I want to seal a deal with this chick. I mean, she's hot.
Like, what's the urgency needing to seal the deal right then? I think a girl is about 20,000 times more likely to go home with you if you say to her, hey, hey, can I get your number? I would love to call you. I would love to take you out. Like, guys get nervous. Like, you think, I'm going to have to, like, take her out to some nice dinner. You don't need to do that. A lot of girls don't even want that.
Right.
So I think the best success you're going to have is by not trying to seal the deal that night and by actually, and, like, making it something you've got to work for a little bit.
Right.
I'm on a mission to make men not try to seal the deal that night. Should try to seal the deal the next night.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
that's a reasonable request.
Can you get STDs from oral sex?
The answer is yes, you can. I do not mean to freak you out. You absolutely can. Chlamydia, gonorrhea, even HIV can actually be passed along that way. The point is to have whatever sexual fluids are going on being passed back and forth, have them be in the mouth for the shortest period of time possible. Try not to have any, like, lesions or open sores, and try not to have any STDs, and then we're all good. That's why you gotta practice safe sex, right?
Yes, I do.
Yes, Sam, I believed you when you said that. Just doing my part to help out the folks in San Diego. I'm Anna David. See you next time I go in your pants.
Thanks for pounding the pavement, Anna.
And not in that way. Word choice, Kevin. Word choice.
I just, she hits hit the streets.
Okay, stop. Hey, so you guys are probably thinking about those sex questions, but come tomorrow, all you'll be thinking about is a tablet.
Yes.
Steve Jobs is going to whip something out.
Word choice, Olivia.
He's whipping something out.
We'll make sure that you hear all the news as it breaks, like a 10-inch glass tablet when you delicately bump it into a wall or door. That was a good one. Sorry, I butchered it. Check out G4TV.com during Apple's big show, and then tune in at 7 for an all-Apple AOTS.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't have anything to do?
Oh.
No, got nothing.
Hey, sign up for the Tactic Show newsletter. It's at G4TV.com/newsletters. Has an S on the end of it. You just get stuff to care about.
Yeah! Thanks to Chris Gore, Anna David, and Yuming Wu for... Hey, okay. Stick around. Web 2 with Chris Harper starts right now. And hey, Twitter, we're not high or drunk, all right?
We just missed each other.
Ah!